Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? Today, we're going to dig into something pretty wild. How about faith and nature? All because of a plant.
Oh, yeah.
Not just any plant, though.
Okay.
Get ready for the Asian pitcher plant.
Buckle up. This is going to be good.
Yeah, this has got it all. Beauty, science that'll make your head spin, and some really big questions about, well, how we see the world
Yeah.
and what might be like behind it all,
Right.
We're looking at this article called All the Little Things, and the author starts by talking about a trip to a greenhouse. Figure they'd be blown away by a Venus flytrap.
Sure.
But they found something way weirder.
This wasn't exactly love at first sight, though, was it?
Oh, no.
The author even calls the pitcher plant a monstrosity. Ugly at first.
Right.
But get this, they can't look away. They keep using words like awe-inspiring, wonderful. That's what makes this so interesting, that kind of push and
Wow.
pull.
Yeah, like the feeling you get watching a nature show,
Yeah.
and they zoom in on something that's like totally alien.
Right.
Part of you is like, "Ugh," but you just can't look away.
Totally.
And that's what I like about how the author's writing this, that like, ew, but also, whoa. Have you ever felt that? Where nature just throws you for a loop and suddenly everything you thought you knew gets all messed up.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
For the author, this plant, it becomes this whole lens to look at some huge questions like creation, evolution, even if there's some kind of bigger plan that we're just catching these tiny glimpses of.
So let's get into it. Like literally the nitty-gritty of this monstrosity.
Okay.
Picture these sacks, like stomachs hanging from the plant's leaves, and they've got a trapdoor and digestive fluids inside. It's almost like a cartoon. It's so complex. The author even says it's like something a kid would come up with because on the surface, the design makes zero sense.
And this is where it gets good because the author, who knows their stuff about biology, starts poking holes in the idea that this thing just got evolved just through, natural selection.
Oh.
They even use the term irreducible complexity, basically saying, how could a system this intricate, where every part depends on all the other parts, how could that just happen gradually through random mutations and stuff?
Yeah, it's like saying a car engine could slowly turn into a jet engine just by swapping out parts one at a time. Someone's got to brake, right?
Yeah.
For this plant to work, everything has to be in sync. The shape, the trap, those digestive juices. It's not like it could just evolve piece by piece.
Right.
It makes you think.
It's a real head scratcher. Even if you're not, a spiritual person, it's just fascinating. That's the big question, right? And the author's answer is really something. They don't just toss out evolution completely, but they suggest that maybe it doesn't explain everything, especially when you have something as complex as this pitcher plant. Instead, they start talking about intelligent design, like maybe there's a guiding hand behind it all.
So they're making a case for a creator, for God, using this plant as their, Exhibit A.
Yeah, exactly.
But how do they explain the stuff that seems, I don't know, not so perfect in nature? Because let's be real, nature can be kind of brutal.
It's the age-old question, right?
Yeah.
And the author doesn't shy away from it. Remember how they talked about the plant being alien and strange? That's important.
Well, yeah. Most of us would be creeped out by a plant that eats things with a stomach sac.
Exactly. But that's what's so cool. The author doesn't try to make it all sunshine and roses. They say those feelings we get, the fear, the wonder, even being a little grossed out, they can actually make that feeling of awe even stronger. It reminds us that we're not the center of everything, that there are these huge forces out there that we may never fully get. Like when you look at the stars and feel small, but also amazed that you're a part of something so big.
So the things that make us uncomfortable are the things that point to something bigger than us.
Yeah, like the author quotes Job here. Have you ever read that?
Yeah, it's intense.
It is, but the quote they use is perfect. It's all about how creation itself, the birds, the animals, the earth, even the fish, how it all points back to God. It's like this constant praise coming from nature, even if we don't always get it.
It's beautiful. Nature's got its own soundtrack going on.
Totally.
And the author says this natural song is more perfect, more grand than anything we could ever create. They're humbled by it. Like our attempts to understand God are nothing compared to the beauty of this plant.
And it gets to the heart of what the author keeps coming back to, finding God in the unexpected. We want to look at mountains and oceans and galaxies to find something amazing. But what if those jaw-dropping moments are happening everywhere? Constantly, even in something as weird as a plant that eats bugs.
It's true. We always want to go big, right?
Yeah.
But maybe the coolest stuff is right in front of us.
Yeah. And the author, they take it even further. They connect this whole idea of finding the divine in unexpected places with, humanity's place in everything.
Okay.
You're saying nature praises God by just existing, but us. Humans, we have this whole other job.
We're like the hype squad. Nature's out there doing its thing, and we're the ones with the megaphone.
Huh. Kind of. But seriously, the author sees us as having this ability to recognize, to appreciate, and then, this is important, to offer that creation back to God.
Okay, so what does that even look like?
Well, think about praying before you eat. It's like acknowledging where that food came from, right?
Okay.
Or even using stuff from nature in religious ceremonies. Wheat, grapes, things like that.
Elevating them.
Exactly. Giving them a deeper meaning. Even, think about this, depicting Christ on wood from a tree. Taking something basic and giving it a spiritual significance.
So we're taking what's already there, and through what we do, what we believe, we're making it into something more.
Exactly. And it's more than just rituals, you know? It's like anytime we connect with nature with a sense of awe, that's important.
Whether it's a sunset, a garden,
It's
whatever.
recognizing something bigger than us.
It's like that nature's choir idea, right?
So-
The author quotes that psalm, "All the earth shall worship thee and shall sing unto thee." But we have a unique part in it.
100%.
We don't just hear the music, we can amplify it, you know?
Yes. We're the ones who can give voice to the awe.
It makes you think. Where do you find those moments? The ones where you feel small, but also connected to something huge, something you can't explain.
It's a good question, and it's the one the author wants us to ask. To look around, even at the strange stuff, even the stuff that makes us uncomfortable, and ask, could this be a glimpse of something more? Something bigger than all of us, something to respect, to be in awe of.
It's pretty amazing, right? A plant that eats bugs. And it makes us think about creation and faith and where we fit in. Makes you wonder what else we'd find if we just paid attention, if we were open to the unexpected. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Hope it gave you some stuff to think about.
For sure. Keep asking those big questions. And until next time, stay curious.